What can I do when I'm stuck inside you? This cell of ice and fire, what blood ran dead, lost in desire, smell of life.
What's up? What's up? What's up? A fucking Oreo? Okay. Right on. Ryan's eating Oreos. Whole Damn Enchilada Podcast. Rick Polton, Ryan Inman in the least promoted episode of all time. I was actually leaning towards rerunning our interview with Adam Marcus and Kurtzman today and just saying fuck it. I couldn't think of a topic. But if I would have thought about it, if I would have seen your post that you made earlier with the enchiladas, and it's the last plate of enchiladas of 2024, I would have did like a show reflecting on the whole year, and we probably will talk about stuff we've done this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that idea today, so that wasn't helping.
Next week's already booked.
Yeah, next week is the year in review.
And the week after is already
the
booked.
movies review. We could have did it like a show and review show this week. Which we will touch on stuff like, guests we had during the year, moments that we liked and blah, and maybe. And we're going to talk about a movie that you seen yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about that. A movie I tried to see yesterday, but I couldn't. But I did get to see it today. So I know about the movie. That's a good thing.
I think everyone knows about this movie.
This is a big fucking movie, man. Oh, what's it? Shut up. Google lost. Yeah, okay. My diabetes sensor gimmick died, and now my phone's going crazy.
Look how sensitive I am. I just ate an Oreo in front of you.
Yeah, right on. So, other than that, man, how are things? How was your holiday? Did you do anything?
I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm pretty low key with it.
Yeah.
I just ate food here.
Yeah.
With my peoples, and I kind of hermited myself in the basement after that and hid out.
I don't celebrate the religious aspect of Christmas because, not to really get into it too much, but Jesus wasn't born December 25th.
No, it was like March or April or something.
I think August.
I thought it was spring. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, I think it's the dead of summer, and they talk about it. They talk about it in the Bible, and they can pinpoint. If you go by what's stated in the Bible, you can pinpoint the day. I'm almost positive it was August. Could be wrong, but it was definitely not December, because had it been December, all the animals in the manger would have died. This, that, none of that would have been able to happen. They changed it to December to coincide with the pagan festival of Saturnale.
What? Why would they have died?
It gets cold as shit in the desert in December.
In Israel?
I think so, man. That's what I read. I read that they would not be able to just be out there like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, the first time I went to Las Vegas, I was like 29 or 30, something like that. And it was during one of my little health kicks. So I actually brought an extra pair of running shoes and workout pants and tank tops and all this. And the first morning I woke up super early because, they're 3 hours ahead of us, or behind us rather.
Yeah.
So I woke up at like 5 there, like 8 here, which is about when I normally get up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to go for a run. And mind you, this is January. It was around my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So I put on my workout pants, put on my tank top, my shoes. I start running down Fremont Street. I get about a block away, and oh boy, my nipples were hard. And I'm like, holy shit, is it just me or is it cold out here? I pulled up my phone. I looked at the thing. It was like 39 degrees.
Yeah.
So I gave up on that run and went in, ate breakfast, and played some blackjack instead.
Yeah, so they can see temperatures close to freezing in December in Israel.
Yeah.
At night. I just looked it up. But nevertheless, there's like things about where the stars were, things about so since Christians believe the Bible 100%, it's the word of God, it's infallible. Jesus wasn't born in December. You can't have it both ways. You can't say that this is 100% fact, and then when it shows you that he wasn't born in December, say he was born in December. You can't.
Nor was he as pale as you or I.
No, that definitely not. Jesus was not a paleface.
No.
To quote Denzel Washington quoting Malcolm X.
There's millions of guys born in the Middle East for years and years. One white guy.
To be fair, Sami Zayn. Sami
Well,
Zayn is pretty goddamn pale, and he's redheaded.
he's Canadian too.
Well, Canadian by nationality, not by race.
I understand.
But nevertheless, let's get off.
Well, it's always December where he's from.
So no, I hung out at our friend Adam's house. We've been doing that every year for like 7 years. I wanted to do a prime rib. We usually do that, and I couldn't find a prime rib. So what I did was I got a big strip loin, the whole strip loin, and cooked that like a prime rib. Turned out just like a prime rib with a lot less fat content. It's really good. And cheaper too.
That. I had your prime rib once, and it was delicious.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah.
That was a good night because the Bucks won the Super Bowl.
Oh, hell yeah, that was a good night.
That was the 2020 into 21. Happened in 21.
JP
Wow,
says, "Hey fellas,
that was about to be 4 years ago now. I can't believe that, man.
Time flies when you're having fun."
It sure does, man.
So you know what I got for Christmas? I got a fucking cold. I got a cold. I think I'm gonna blame JP for it. I'm gonna say I got it from him because he's sick. He posted he was sick, and I just went to his show. When was it? Sunday?
Yeah.
Had a brief interaction with him, about 2 minutes worth, long enough for his germs to jump onto my body and give me this cold. So it's all his.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go see the movie with you yesterday. Then.
Yeah, you might have got whatever.
You've already gave me COVID at least once that we know about.
At least once, and maybe twice.
Maybe twice. I know the first time, but with my my form of employment at the time, the other time you could have gave it to me, I could have got it at work. So, but the first time, I definitely got it from you.
Yeah. He says, I don't have a cold. I have a terrible fever since yesterday. Well, hopefully you'll feel better. Ooh. And hopefully whatever I got doesn't turn into that.
And I think they finished the tour too before you.
Yeah, they got another tour planned. Oh yeah, Gwar.
Yeah, but
Gwar and Static X and some other band that I can't.
That's not for a couple months though.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. Soon enough, I'm sure.
I don't think it's till spring.
Right on. I think Waylon said it at that show we were at that they did 150 dates last year.
That's really good.
That's crazy though, man. Because some of those days are travel dates too. Like you're on the road for probably closer to 200 days.
Yeah, 6 months out of the year.
Well, like 5 or 6 guys. But right on. Show was sold out. It was a really good show, man. We Mercury Music Lounge.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
really cool, man. Really good show, packed house, cheap drinks.
The
venue, I liked it. It was similar to the Winchester.
Okay.
Big bar in the front. They have like a little restaurant off to the side where you can walk over, get pizzas and sandwiches and stuff. Food looked good. I ended up getting some wings. They weren't too bad. Like I said, $4 or $5 beers for the big beers.
Tell you what, though, you can't fuck with that Winchester food, man.
The Winchester food was way better.
Oh yeah,
and their restaurant part is much nicer and like more calm. This is more of like a traditional bar atmosphere in the front.
I'll be honest with you, man. I used to live a mile from the Winchester.
Yeah.
I shamelessly have ordered a couple of times when I lived in a neighborhood food from the Winchester off Uber Eats delivered to me.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's how good that food is, though. I didn't have a car then. So
yeah, but you could have walked in 10 minutes.
Not in December.
Oh, yeah, it's cold. So, yeah, so who all went? So my brother Mark, it was his birthday, so he went with his girlfriend. They left before A Killer's Confession even came on. he had to work at like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, whatever, dude. So he left. Both of my boys ended up going. My oldest son, his fiance went too. And Mike freaking Newcomer showed up out of the blue. So yeah, it was an adventure. Yeah, it was a good time. And he showed up with like the most random crew of people. There was like he was with this 6'5" trans girl and a girl in a wheelchair. And it was just like it just didn't make sense. I don't know. It was fun though. Good people. Everybody was cool. Just
so you came in with the first and last person to know if it's raining.
Yes. But yeah, it was a good time, man. The boys rocked the place, and yeah, life was good. They had like 5 ex-members of Mushroom Head doing Mushroom Head music at the end of the show, which was cool. They had Rick Thomas, who was on the show before, JP, not JP, Mushroom Head, Waylon, J-Man, Stitch, Little Dan, who he was the drummer. Like, if you ever been to a Mushroom Head show in the last couple of years, Skinny only drums for like the first song or two.
Really?
Then he just dips out and somebody else, Robbie, replaces him for the rest of the show. But back in the day, it was Little Dan that would do that. And Little Dan was he was a drummer for Marilyn Manson for like almost 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's his claim to fame, if you will. And they have somebody else too. Oh, they had Tommy Schaffner, who was in one of the newer incarnations of Mushroom Head, and also in Ventana.
My old buddy.
Oh yeah, you know him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, my brother went to school with them.
Yeah.
So when I was telling them all the guys who were going to be there, and I was like, "Yeah, Tommy Schaffner." Tommy Schaffner, did he go to Royalton? I'm like, "Yeah, he knows you."
Yeah, he used to bartend at Melt, and I was a regular there for years.
Oh yeah, right on. Oh yeah, he also he owned the club LBM.
Yeah, LBM. He was and
then now he's got
he
Never
was
Say
part
Die.
of the ownership.
Yeah.
That was a big group of guys and girls.
And they've opened several clubs, and his newest thing is Never Say Die.
Haven't been there
yet. St. John's, Michigan, Jason. He didn't receive no Christmas gift. Put up with that.
I don't celebrate Christmas. My girlfriend didn't even get a Christmas gift from me. So there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't get any from anyone either, but I don't want them. I don't celebrate it. My birthday's next month, though. Hit me up then. Gladly will accept that.
I got you a Christmas gift, I think, last year.
Well, yeah, you're different.
You just got it earlier. The hat you're wearing.
Not this one.
Oh, not this one. You're wearing the Bucks hat? Okay.
Yeah. This is the hat that I was able to purchase because of the game that happened the night I ate your prime rib.
They were referring to earlier. Anybody in the comments see Nosferatu? We're going to talk about that a little bit in a minute. And anything else that comes up. Let's see. Charles Sherrod says 2025. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's off tonight, but he will be coming back next week. Yeah, wine? You don't drink wine. Alcohol removed wine. Oh, look at that. All right. I was going to say, that thing is almost empty, man. What's going on here? Half gone. All right. So yeah. But anyway, he's off tonight. He'll be coming back next week with the show with Days of Thunder. That's what they're doing next week.
Oh, that's a great movie, man.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah. Charles likes to show like all those classic 80s movies, and you watch him with them. He bullshits during them. Like the last 2 were really good. He did Rocky 4, which, the great 80s movie. It's not the best Rocky movie, but it's one of the most fun. And then
I will break
that was a real good one. Batman 2 with
Batman Returns.
Yeah, Batman Returns
with Penguin DeVito.
Oh yeah, and we were talking about that. Off topic a little bit. Well, we don't really have a topic, so and nevertheless, you always hear about like Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, all the great Jokers and who they were in the movies. nobody ever talks about the Penguins, and there's some really good freaking Penguins, starting with Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith, yeah,
absolutely, he was amazing. And then Danny DeVito, and he was so good they stole his style for the comic books and started drawing him like that and having him act like that. More recently, you had Colin Farrell, which a lot of people really liked. Before that, you had Robin from Gotham, Robin Lauren. He's got like 3 names, but he was really good too.
You're losing me on that because after the Christopher Nolan Batmans, I quit watching them.
Yeah, well, if you ever get time and you want to watch Gotham, that's a great show. No Batman in it, but it's really cool. And Rebecca says she might get a new gerbil, and his name is Batman. Right on.
No new gerbil.
No new gerbil.
No more pets.
Right on.
This wine has no alcohol in it, but if I show up there and there's a new pet, that might change.
Oh, Christ. So, Nosferatu, for those that don't know, is the story of Dracula. But they changed the name to Nosferatu because of copyright reasons and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Back in 22 when that movie was made. And
not 2022.
Not 2022, 1922. Yeah. So 100 years ago, 100 and change. But I didn't do any preparation.
Thumbs up in the comment if you saw both the original and the remake in the theater.
Well, you'd have to be German because I don't think we showed it here in the first run. But yeah, like I said, this is one of the least prepared shows I had, so I didn't do much research. But I'm fairly certain that that was the first horror movie ever, right?
I don't know, man. Like it's something I feel like we should know.
Can anybody think of an older horror movie?
I don't have years. I know The Lodger was later.
1922, man. I mean,
I think The Lodger
was
The Lodger 29.
I don't even know that movie.
What? It's Alfred Hitchcock, man.
Oh, I don't know that.
Based on Jack the Ripper, London Fog, man.
That sounds freaking awesome.
Oh, it's fucking great. I like. Whoa.
He says he slept through the whole movie, only woke up to the moans. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I did not.
This doesn't seem like it would be a Tiki kind of movie.
No, not really.
No.
Nor
a JP Cross kind of movie, but you never know with him.
No, he likes stuff like this.
Okay.
He likes really bad movies, but he likes really good movies too. Like he likes artsier movies, and he likes like just trash movies.
Because even though this film had a budget and a machine behind it, it still was very artsy.
Oh God, yeah, it was. It was amazing. Like very great cinematography. I mean, we'll get into some of it.
Yeah, this is just. I'll say this right off the bat. Like this era, especially of females, goth girls are going to obsess over this movie for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God, this shit's going to be everywhere.
And he said he did watch Invisible Raptor. He got that on the strength of the name alone on his Fandango account.
I told him to say the word raptor, and now I miss Cedar Point again because you said the word raptor.
And Tiki says one of the most beautifully shot films for sure. I mean, yeah, the director, the cinematographer, they freaking nailed it. And we're gonna have to make some adjustments to our year-end category. I don't know if there'll be more wins, but there's definitely some nominations in this movie. It's getting a nomination for cinematographer. It's getting a nomination for best director, best actor, probably best actress. I don't know if it'll win any of those, but it's going to get nominations for all of those.
Oh, there's one you left out for sure.
What is it?
I think I should save this. I think I should save it.
Why? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
If anything, and I think it's a win.
Yeah.
The best supporting actor, Simon McBurney.
And he? So he was the guy that was where the wife stayed with him. Oh, he was the doctor then.
No.
Who the hell was he?
He was Knock.
Who's Knock?
Thomas's boss that went crazy.
Okay, yeah, it was Renfield.
The
okay.
best supporting actor of the
definitely,
year, right there.
Yeah, definitely.
His
Definitely.
descent into madness, just
The
wow.
acting was amazing in it.
He's the whole ensemble is great, but he steals it. Like, and that's something too, because he's not as well known.
Yeah.
So, like, especially younger people don't know who he is.
What else has he been in? Educate.
I mostly know him from an indie film directed by, oh God, I'm going to butcher her last name, Nicole Holfacenter. I don't know her last name. Nicole. It's called Friends with Money. It stars Jennifer. It stars Jennifer Aniston, but it's not that kind of thing. It's actually an indie film. That director, she's actually made a few really, really good indie films. It also has like Catherine Keener and Joan Cusack in it. But Simon McBurney was in that thing, and he was fucking fantastic. He's very British, so he's mostly been in British movies.
On that note, though,
yes,
does it annoy you that every time they have a movie that's old, no matter where it's set, this movie was set in Germany, but everybody's got a fucking English accent?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, other people existed then. Anyway, go ahead.
But he's just a classic British actor. He's even capable of a little bit of comedy now and then. Oh, but yeah, God. He's done a lot. But that's probably the only thing American audiences would know him from right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him, as I did look at the cast before I saw this movie. I never watched any trailers, though. I skipped them. Just because, I mean, I know what Nosferatu is.
You've seen the trailer 6 times.
I never even paid attention.
They've been playing this trailer in every horror movie we've been to in the last year.
Maybe in the last couple months. I've been to a lot less movies in the last couple months than I was over the summer, though, and I weren't showing this shit in the summer. I would have remembered. Well, okay, let's put it this way. I never seeked out the trailer on my own time.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and delete that app that keeps going off. All right.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe was great too, who was kind of like the Van Helsing kind of character.
Van Helsing, yes.
Yeah.
And he would be in the discussion for best actor of the year. Like I said, I don't think he'll win. I don't think any of them will win. Supporting. He doesn't get to be best actor? Why not?
He's not a lead actor.
Quite a bit of the movie.
There's one lead, male and female, in each movie.
Yeah, I know, but you don't think he's more of the lead actor?
He doesn't even show up till an hour into it.
Yeah.
He's a supporting actor.
All right, I don't know.
Just like if you want to go that way too, Orlok is also a supporting actor. The only lead is Thomas.
Yeah.
Lily Rose Depp's the only lead female.
Yeah, and she would get the nomination for best actress in the movie. I thought she was great.
She was, but I'd probably put her 4th or 5th, and she was still very good.
Yeah. Well, she was the best female in the movie.
4th or 5th in this movie, but I mean,
yeah,
that's
the best female in this movie.
Yeah, but there really weren't a lot.
There was 2. The other one was good too, just wasn't great.
Right. Well, her role called for a lot less.
Yeah, I know. JP says he's really been on the fence about this movie, honestly. If you like Dracula, you're going to love it. That's just it. If you like Dracula, you're going to love it. If you don't like Dracula, you probably won't.
He loves vampire movies. I know that.
You know, it's Dracula, and it was told very well. It was excellent. I mean, the acting was great. The cinematography was great. The direction was great. I mean, it's a great movie.
I know he likes monster horror, like American Werewolf in London. Yeah.
I got that the other day. I bought it. I bought it. Arrow Video had a sale. I got that and a couple other things, which is another weird thing. whenever you make you order something online, right? And I ordered I got that, I got Argento's Deep Red, and I got Alice Sweet Alice. Because I really want to watch it with Michaela because I think she'll really like it.
Probably.
And, as soon as I ordered them, arrows coming up for advertisements on Facebook, and you know what they're trying to sell me?
What?
The exact 3 movies I just ordered. Through them. Which means they must know that I ordered them, because there's no way they're going to randomly pick the 3 movies. And the same thing with Fright Rags. Fright Rags has a sale for those of you that don't know. A bunch of t-shirts for $10 on there. I got 4 full t-shirts, and I got a trick or treat shirt. Trick or treat, not trick or treat. For $10 each all the way down. And then as soon as I place the order, same thing. I'm scrolling through Facebook. They're selling me the same 4 or 5 shirts I just bought. Like, okay, let me just buy those again. What? Stupid. I mean, give me something similar and then try to advertise that to me, and I might go, oh, I missed that, and I might buy it. The algorithm is just freaking stupid. It's freaking stupid. What do you got? Chocolate with your wine there? Chocolate goes very well with wine.
This is a dark chocolate raspberry.
Yeah.
With,
you had some nuts and berries with that. That'd be fucking excellent.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Very, very dry white.
And is that close to a alcoholic version of the white? I mean, it's pretty similar.
Spot on.
Nice. I like it. He says they're called Fright Rags because they drink 5 sides at the first wash. I don't know. I've gotten lucky. All mine still fit. But
it would have been better for some red wine for this movie, but we drank our bottle of red blend last night.
Right on.
I had it before I went to go see Nosferatu.
So, anything that you want to talk about the movie that stuck out to you that you could talk about that isn't like major spoilers?
Yeah, well, we're not going to give spoilers, but again,
yeah, we don't want to at all.
If you're familiar with the source material, you already.
I mean, it's right. Yeah. There's really no spoilers we could give you because
it's only been out for 102 years, so too soon.
And that's the movie. The book was out before that.
Yeah. And that's crazy. The original Nosferatu was thought to be like lost forever. And wasn't
it banned at first?
Yeah, it was banned all over. And then Bram Stoker's people, his state or whatever, sued over it and won.
Yeah.
And all master copies were to be destroyed. That was part of the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know they had a lot of copyright things with it.
Mm-hmm. And all copies pre-dubbed, subtitled or whatever, even though it's silent films, the text is in different languages. They were thought to be lost forever. And then, boom, they found one in, I want to say the 80s. They found a pretty good copy that had been sitting there for 50 years untouched.
Right on.
And no one knew about it. So that's why we're able to see it now. And if it wasn't for that particular discovery, this remake would have never happened because the movie never would have been widely distributed again. Because the existing prints were so bad.
The 80s then, because there's a remake that came out in 79.
Of course there is. Then it must have been the 70s.
Yeah,
up until then, no, the prints were so bad it would have just never took off no matter how good it is.
Mm-hmm. I watched the 79 one. I liked it. We did it for the 79 show that we did Year in Horror, and I talked about it a little bit. I liked it. I mean, this was obviously much better.
Yes.
I think that movie, the 79 one was a foreign language film. I don't think it was in English. Can't recall 100%, but I'm pretty sure I was reading subtitles in that.
I'll say this. I like the 1922 movie. I do. I've only seen it a couple of times, and it's been a long time. I did enjoy it, though. This is better.
The Capitol did it with, they did it with another soundtrack, but the soundtrack, oh God, I wish I would remember what it is. It's
Typo Negative?
That'd be awesome, but I don't think that's what it was.
That's going around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah, but they did it with, it was a modern band. I don't think it was Typo.
There's a Typo negative version.
Maybe he's saying Typo too, so maybe I'm wrong and maybe it was Typo.
I think it is, man, because there was a version of that going on like late 90s, early 2000s, where they dubbed Typo negative music into it and actually had subtitles instead of the cards, so it flowed better.
Right.
I never saw that version, but I heard about it.
Right.
I'd like to see it.
It's not really a spoiler, but the coolest shot in the whole movie to me, and this is something that you usually pay more attention to than me, and you dig on more than me, but when he's first going to the castle and the gates close and the whole screen turns black.
That's awesome, yeah.
Dude, how cool was that?
Fantastic.
That's when you just knew, like, it just, that was just like speaking to you. You knew dude he was trapped and it was over for him, you know? JP has that Typo on DVD. So maybe we'll get with him and check that out someday.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Right on.
Yeah, there were a lot of great shots. That's one of them. One thing I did not like as much in this one as the original was the shadow shot towards like the climax.
Yeah.
I don't think it was done as well in this remake as the original. But other than that, like, this thing is just visually stunning.
I like the look of Count Orlok much better in the original.
I agree, but I still like the
dog.
I like the way that they did it, though.
Yeah.
But in the original, you got to think too the limitations on effects, like you take into account of inflation for like financials. Take into account like the technology and makeup between then and now.
I do like the way that they did keep a lot of the original Count Orlok in this guy with the long fingers and the movements and things like that. I think that mustache was fucking ridiculous. But I think Skarsgård did a real good job, man. I think he redeemed himself from Eric Draven.
Yeah. He just like
he wasn't the problem in that movie.
No.
That movie was just the problem.
The problem in that movie is that movie exists.
Right. That's 100%. 100%. Yeah.
I'll never see it.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it. It's over. Doesn't exist.
Why?
I was about to go off again. Like, no, we're not gonna do it. Not today.
So, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of remakes. I'm not.
Yeah.
However,
a 100-year-old movie.
If you're going to remake a movie, a 102-year-old movie is probably a good choice.
JP says, I loved Willem Dafoe as Count Orlok in Shadow of a Vampire, and I don't know about this, so I have to look at this.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe played in
I don't remember that.
Hmm?
But a lot of people when the casting was first getting announced thought Willem Dafoe was going to be Count Orlok in this one
because he did it before, which was weird though, because he must have stood on a milk crate because Willem Dafoe is all of like 5'5", 5'6".
He's a little guy.
Yeah, Orlok's a big
Hollywood
dude.
Magic, man. Doesn't matter.
I think the dude who played Orlok, Max
Shrek.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's like 6'3", 6'4", and especially
7 foot for back then.
in 1922, that's enormous. That's a center.
Yeah,
That's an NBA center in 1922.
Definitely.
Yeah, and William Dafoe's slight of stature, but no, he and you know what kind of vibe I got from his performance?
What's that?
He reminded me of oh my God, what is his name? Oh, Christoph Waltz in the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Which Quentin Tarantino movie?
Django Unchained.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Totally that kind of like old German guy, around the same time frame. It's the 1830s. That's like the 1860s is when that takes place.
Right on. Yeah, I can see it.
I feel like, and I liked Willem Dafoe a lot, but I feel like he watched Django Unchained right before he got into this role.
Yeah, I definitely see that for sure.
Yeah, even the look too, a little bit.
A little bit.
What German guys with money look like in the mid 1800s.
Yeah, I mean, they really the costumes, the way everybody was dressed was very period accurate. Everybody looked good.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this movie was beautiful, man. If you got a chance to see it in IMAX, I would do it. I'd spend the extra couple bucks.
Well, we're not doing a category for costume design, but if we did, this would win default.
Yeah, definitely.
Same with set decoration, maybe too.
Yeah, and maybe next year we'll get a little bit more into it. We got a whole year to prepare.
Well,
I got some really cool ideas.
We want a 3 or 4 hour show.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? But
I think we're at least going to go 1.5 hours for that one.
Yeah,
as it is.
It's going to be our longest show, probably, or one of our longer shows. Yeah, depends on how many people show up to watch it and talk about it while we're doing it. Then that'll help. But
I think we're going to have some surprises too on people actually participating.
Yeah, right on. I had an idea. That's something I'll talk to you about. I have an idea too. It's probably the same idea. I think we might be. I think we might be too late for it. I think we might be too late for it.
No, I think it might work.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a couple minutes when we're out of here. So, did you do 3 things you like, 3 things you didn't like? All right, go ahead. Let's do those.
Do the negatives first. I usually do, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Just depends.
Yeah, usually. Let's do the negatives. These are the 3 things. Since new release, I do 3. Because I've only seen the fucking thing once.
Yeah, and we want to reduce what we're telling you about it anyway. You know, as much as we can. But
yeah, that's true. These aren't really spoilers in a sense.
It's real hard to spoil this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. My third least favorite thing about this, and this ties to number 1, and that'll explain more why I don't like this, but we'll wait. My number 3 thing is there's no real explanation on the link between Orlok and Ellen, like why she had these visions, dreams, hallucinations, or whatever about him. There's no real deep explanation for it. And like you might be like, yeah, whatever. But when I say number 1, you'll go, oh, you're right. So that's number 3.
I'll hold my thoughts until I use 1.
Yes. Number 2, there's way too many wake up dream sequence things to where it becomes just convoluted. There's too many times people are waking up from a scene. Did that really happen? Was it a dream? Was it supposed to be? Was I supposed to feel like that was a dream? Was that really real? And then he's really talking about the things in the dream like it was real. There's just too many times people waking up out of bed from a dream. Just too many.
All right.
And my number 1 least favorite thing about this, and it ties to 3, there's no real link. They don't go to explain it. And the reason why that sucks is because this runtime is too long and it drags.
Oh, God, yeah. It did for a little bit.
Yes.
And I'll agree with that. They did mention that she was with him before her husband in the movie. But in other iterations of the story, if I'm not mistaken, in what was it? What was the one with Bela Lugosi? What year was that? Whatever. Bela Lugosi's Dracula.
Yeah.
Year's not important. We all know what it is.
Yes.
In that one, if I'm not mistaken, when the husband went overseas to do the deal to sell him the house, wasn't there a picture of Dracula's wife and it looked just like his wife? Or am I making that up in my head? Or did that happen in a different Dracula story?
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in so long.
I watched it not that long ago, as a matter of fact.
It's been years and years and years for me.
In at least one of the Dracula movies, there's a tie where she's like a descendant of the love of his life and looks just like her and everything like that. And that's why he gets involved with it. And he starts,
well, if
the mind messages and everything like that.
My thing is this, though.
Yeah.
If this thing's gonna run 2.5 hours, you should throw more than a subtle 4-second line or one little mention
And that's all there was. And even then, it was like, even then, it wasn't really definitive of
No.
how the relationship was. It's just the fact that, I had been with him before you. That's literally, I believe, all she said.
Now, if this was like an hour and a half, they shaved an hour off, I can get by, but this is almost 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. It was dragging, man. It was dragging.
In some ways, it doesn't drag, but in others, it does. But overall, I think this thing would have been best at about 2 hours.
Right on.
So that's just me. Let's go into the positives, and there's a lot of them, but I shaved it to 3 because I'm doing 3 and 3. Yeah. But there were a lot of things I liked about this. Number 3, and we've talked about all these, but I'll just rank them. Number 3 is Orlok's makeup. I thought it was very good,
especially at the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the kit. Yeah, and also not in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but it wasn't until Nosferatu in 1922. The whole trope of vampires can't be in sunlight comes from Nosferatu.
Okay,
and that wasn't in the book.
Bram Stoker's.
That's Bram Stoker did not come up with that.
Okay,
that came up by the filmmakers from 1922 version. That was one of the things they changed and came up with on their own to avoid the copyright issues.
Yeah, okay.
But that trope stuck.
Yeah.
Like forever.
It's in every vampire movie now.
Yeah. Yeah. Every they have to avoid sunlight, like they're fucking gremlins. Well, they can't eat after midnight next, Don't get them wet.
Right.
Yeah, my third favorite thing about this is his makeup, his costume design, all that. He just is very menacing. I love the voice too. And Skarsgård said that was the toughest part, was getting the voice down.
He was scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was one of the most scary Draculas there is.
Oh yeah. And the dude just felt helpless too. Like,
whereas Dracula usually in a lot of the movies is he's romantic rather than scary. He convinces you to do things. Like this dude, you were just, I'm gonna do what the hell he says. Like when he said sit down, like to eat, at the table and everything. Like, yeah, he's like, I'm not trying to go against this guy. When before it's just like he kind of hypnotizes you to do what he wants. But I like this better.
My number 2 favorite thing about this was the entire ensemble cast. Everyone was at least good. Some were great. Some were phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to single anyone out except Simon McBurney. I will single him out. I think he gave the best performance in this film. But everybody was at least good.
Yeah.
If not great.
On that note, though, in the other movies, no. I was going to say that the guy that ends up being the Renfield type, that's never the guy's boss, right? In the other movies? All right, okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I remember either.
No. So, it's cool, though, because we get a big, long scene with him normal.
Yeah.
And he slowly descends. We see each level of his madness increase.
Yeah.
It's fucking phenomenal, and he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm glad that an actor of his caliber finally got something like a part like this in a movie that'll be seen by millions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, this probably will end up being his signature role of his life. And number 1, my absolute favorite thing about this is the cinematography. It's visually stunning. The look and feel of it. It feels like you're really in the time and the place, like witnessing this happen before you.
And the black and white, the color, different times fit well. It didn't seem gimmicky.
No,
I didn't think so anyway. Ricky was all about it, man. He was like, because in the seats they had that rail in front, so it was like cutting off part of what he could see, and he was like this the whole time, but his eyes were on the screen the whole time. And I really thought this was a movie he wouldn't dig. I thought it'd be like too much going on, and too much dialogue.
More like a Michaela movie to me.
Yeah, precisely, but she didn't go. But he really liked it, man, and he was like nonstop into it. So it's kind of like when I took him to see Godzilla -1 minus color. He had the same kind of experience. So like watching him experience it was pretty cool too. But do you think this movie will get Oscar consideration? Because I do.
Not in any of the acting categories because they never do that. But costume design, wardrobe, set deck, cinematography, maybe.
Let's see if Bram Stoker's Dracula, which would be the next closest thing to this, as far as, like level of movie,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, giant director. This director doesn't have anywhere near the cachet. But let's see if it was nominated for anything. Won. It actually won Oscars. What did it win for? Costume design, effects, makeup. Yep.
There you go.
if Francis Ford Coppola ain't getting a director now, I don't think Robert Eggers is either.
Not going to. He, spoiler alert, he will next week on this show. He will at least get a nomination. That is that's a spoiler I'll give.
Yeah, he's getting added to the list.
Don't know if he'll win, but he will get nominated.
We will be discussing that hot and heavy this week, and we will look forward to you guys discussing this with us hot and heavy this week. We'll be keeping some more posts up, different categories. We will take your opinions into consideration for the winners of said awards.
Of course.
What?
Of course, this is everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we need help. So help us. But there's some categories that I have 6 nominees, some that I have 4 nominees. It's whatever. Because I know that there's the best actor category, the one you sent me for your best actors. Yeah. That's good, but there's at least 2 that have to be added to that.
I know, man, and now more.
Did you see Heretic?
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
Did you see before you sent me that list?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You said okay. So yeah,
I had him at 6.
I thought he was amazing.
And again, just like Adrian King, there's just 5 I like better.
5 you like better. That's fine. That is absolutely fine.
So we'll start giving out the Adrian King Memorial nominations to my 6th favorite thing at anything.
The line that got me cussed out by fucking Ron Milkey.
And Adrian, if I ever meet her, I'll be higher than 6 on her list of people to slap. So I might be her number 1, actually her number 2. So
she got a kick out of the whole thing. She was cool about it. Ron Milkey, not so much.
Ron Milkey was a nice guy. I met him. I was with you when I met him.
Yeah, she did that video that we have that she did for you at my behest. That wasn't like just the way that wasn't the way she really felt.
I know.
But she enjoyed doing it and she had fun with it and she was just awesome for doing it.
It would have been funny too if she would have signed my poster like to Ryan, the 6th best.
I think she said that. I think
the 6th best person on your show. There's only 2 people on here. I know.
I think she wanted to sign the number 6 final girl.
Dude, I would have loved that. But I like the Monopoly thing though too because I'm a huge Monopoly person. So
right.
I love Monopoly, and she is like, I hate Monopoly in the game. I think in real life she hates it too. I think I read that. I don't know.
Right on. So
grade it.
Grade the movie? Oh, it's an A. Absolutely an A.
I go A-.
What keeps it from an A?
Being 2.5 fucking hours long.
Yeah, because well, you gotta expect with these
too many
epic fucking movies, they're gonna be 3 days long,
But how many times did somebody wake up from a dream in this? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. I like those scenes.
And
there were scares in these movies. There's not usually scares in Dracula movies. There's not. Because again, we all know the story so well. I knew wherever the next scene where it was every time because I've seen so many versions of Dracula. was like, all right, now he's going to try to sell him the house. He's going to run into those people in the city, blah, the whole deal. I knew the whole thing.
Another thing keeps it from being an A and down to an A-. Even though they had to be there, I guess, necessarily to get the rats, the plague to the city, I didn't care for the scenes on the ship.
You know what you want? You know what you want to do for that is if you turn it into a 6-hour movie. And when
give everybody on that ship a backstory.
No, sort of. When they go on the ship, you press pause, switch the disc, watch the last voyage of the Demeter, and then when he lands back on shore, you switch it back out.
Oh my god,
that's a great movie, man. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's good. The last voyage of the Demeter, I think, came out last year.
How long was it?
It was a long motherfucker too.
Yeah. If I'm gonna watch
only that part of the movie. It was only the boat ride.
If I'm gonna watch a 4-hour movie, I'll just watch like The Irishman again or something.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
I love that movie, man, but I could not get through the whole movie.
Did you watch it in 2 parts?
Like 3.
3.
I did an hour at a time. Yeah, and
I bet you liked it. Though. I bet you liked it.
Oh, I loved it. Absolutely, great. I mean, you got Pacino, De Niro, fucking.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, but that's more your thing than mine. But I still liked it a lot.
But Pacino was. I think Robert De Niro is probably a better actor than Pacino because Pacino plays kind of the same guy all the time. But I think he was better in that. I think Pacino was just amazing in that. Yeah, it was good stuff, man. It was pretty good stuff, and all the effects of the aging and de-aging, was pretty cool. Newer stuff, yeah, I liked it. And I like anything Irish. I'm like Vince McMahon.
Isn't Joe Pesci like 80 now?
Yeah, they're all in their 80s.
Yeah,
2 of them are in their 80s and just had babies.
Yeah, De Niro and Pacino.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're all in their 80s.
Yeah. Dude, they're out there procreating like Tyreek Hill, man.
I know, dude. Like, what are you thinking, man?
They must have a side bet. Tyreek, how many kids are you going to have this year?
That's a pretty good Pacino.
What?
That's a pretty good Pacino, man.
I've never done one.
That was pretty good. That's wow. Add one of those at the end and you're in there. On that note, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight. I got to go do 3 more lift rides to get this $90 bonus, and I'm sick, so I need to go to bed. So, all that sucks.
Tyreek, Miami going to cover the spread on Sunday.
He was a football coach.
I know.
He's everywhere.
Oh, I must have you confused with Jamie Foxx.
Pacino seems like the guy that would do that too. Oh Lord Jesus, it's too much. It's too much. Oh man, I might have to chop that up into a reel later. That's a good one. It's a good one. But on that note, we're gonna get the hell out of here. But thank you guys for riding with us all year long. We got some big, cool ideas for next year, conventions, all kinds of fun stuff. And we want to thank all the guests we've had. Again, this is the most ill-prepared I've ever been for a show. And it was the least advertised show we ever did. And it's going to get 400 viewers because whenever we do a show like that, that's what happens. The ones we actually put work into, you guys don't watch. Right.
The only time we get ratings is we go on the fly or if I do it by myself.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I don't even know what did we do a couple weeks ago? We had a good show a couple weeks ago. It was like 400. I think Taffarelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one did good.
Yeah.
And I think it might be the highest one ever, but don't want to tell them that, give them a big head.
Higher than Melanie?
No, definitely not. She was at 500 or 600 because she was stupid high. she was so high that she made people watch a bunch of our other shows, and we had like 20 shows that got 100 to 200 extra viewers that week. So not even her episode, if you count the viewers, she got us all across the board. It was just insane. Yeah, she was definitely the biggest heat rod we ever had. But
well, that was our final girl. It means in 2025 we better book another one.
We got to get another final girl. We'll have to work on that.
I will get. Whoa! What the hell happened?
You didn't turn your phone?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, you're that way now. So, but anyway,
Is that better?
I don't know.
What's in this stuff?
It's turning you sideways. There's no alcohol. There's just hardcore cocaine, I guess.
Sideways, directed by Alexander Payne. Great movie about wine.
No shit.
Yes.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. Starring the Oscar-winning actor Paul Giamatti.
I knew Giamatti was in it. I'd never seen the movie.
Fantastic.
But that's crazy that you're sideways. You're drinking wine. Oh, that's just too much.
Maybe I'll have to watch it tonight. It's been a while.
That's what it's telling me.
He's a big Pinot Noir fan in the movie.
I like those. I like all wine. I wish Adrienne King was still selling her wine. Back to Adrienne King.
I got a bottle of it still. The one you got.
Yeah, you do.
It'll never be open. Well, actually, I take that back. If I die, somebody will open that fucker and drink it.
Maybe.
Or should I say when I die? Because I'm definitely going to. Not if. It's not an if.
It's a thing that's going to happen.
It's when.
I don't plan on it. I think I'm just riding this out.
This is still so weird. I did not touch my phone.
Right on. But nevertheless, we got to wrap this up. I got to go do 3 more lift rides. Check out the award show on Thursday. Check out all the posts that we're about to make about the award show. Ryan's back the right way. And anything you want to add before we get the hell out of here?
Happy New Year, everyone. You probably won't see us till 2025. So be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. Don't play on your fucking phone when you're driving. And thanks to everyone for all the support all year long and going forward. We appreciate it. We love you all. And there goes the neighborhood.
Just another conflict in place.